What I want you to do, I want you to take your right hand, I want you to place it on your shoulder, and then I want you to pat yourself on the back, because practicing the Mucusless Diet Healing System is not easy. And I understand. This video is just to celebrate you and your desire for physiological liberation and making that effort. This is not easy. The things that people think are hard about this path are not really the hardest things about this. People think that they're gonna miss their cheese and their meat and all of these different foods, when as you start to clean yourself up, you find your body feels amazing without these food items, that you feel better. You're losing weight, your skin is clearing up. All of these different ailments are disappearing. You feel so good, but you find that some of the things that's most challenging is then fitting into the death culture based on pus and mucus forming foods, disease causing foods. You're trying to live a disease-free life. And it's hard to fit in to pus and mucus world when you're disease-free, when you make disease-free choices. You don't fit in. And some people get mad at you. Sometimes it's a loved one. It's friends. It's people you think would have your back are the ones that get at you the most for trying to clean yourself up, doing lemon juice and distilled water enemas and say, oh, well, that's dangerous, as they eat some wings from Hooters. How ridiculous is that? They got hot sauce running down the front of their face, all up on their beard, and they have the audacity to tell you that what you're doing is unhealthy, that what you're doing is dangerous, that that's the reality we live in. That's why it takes special people. It takes a special person to persevere on this path, to persevere beyond the naysayers, the people that are watching you, waiting for you to fall on your face. They are waiting and hoping and praying that you fall on your face so that you can go back to the bar with them, so that you could go back to McDonald's with them. They're lonely. They want you. They don't want you to be healthy. They don't want you to feel good. They don't want you to be physiologically liberated. They want you to go to the strip club with them. They want you to go to Hooters with them. So to that, I tell you, and I say, pat yourself on the back, because it's not easy. There is nothing more important on this planet than your health. Some people think it's their children, or it's some family members, or it's a job. People have opinions on what they think is the most important thing in their life, but unless you have health, you're not gonna be here for your children. You're not gonna be here to take care of ailing parents or elders. You're not gonna be here to run your business or make the money and the resources that you are aspiring to make. You're not gonna be here functioning at the highest level that you can be. So there's nothing more important than your health. And those of you that have been on this path and dedicated to this path, you know that. And again, I applaud you, pat you on the back. We have to pat ourselves on the back, because there is no Grammy. Unless we make something for ourselves, there's no Oscar or Grammy for us. There's no Peace Prize from a war criminal that created a Peace Prize. There's no Peace Prize, Nobel Peace Prize. Look up the history of Nobel, how peaceful he was.
Oh, they're not ready yet.
We don't have that. We don't have these institutional benchmarks that have been created within the pus and mucus realm to do the ego boost for everybody. We don't got that. We have to show love to ourselves. And for people that do things for accolades, this is the wrong path, because this is the kind of thing you might not get respect from people around you for 20, 30 years. You might not, if you are the type of person that needs respect or needs certain kind of motivation. If you're looking for motivation from people around you, you're not going to be successful very long on this path. You need to be driven. You have to be driven. This is a lifestyle, but it's not even that, because we would say, well, it's not just a diet, it's a lifestyle. This is more than a lifestyle. This is a path, total physiological liberation. We're talking physical liberation, mental liberation, and spiritual liberation. This is a spiritual path, but it's also a physical path. It's also a mental path, body, mind, and spirit. And you have to be open and ready to have all three of those things transform, utterly transform. That scares a lot of people. They start to realize, like, man, this is serious. This transformation is serious. And it is. There's nothing more serious than the mucus-free path. And this is different. We talk about transformation of the blood, permanent transformation of your bloodline. That is what you're investing in. You are investing in humanity. You literally, if you are practicing a Mucusless Diet Healing System, you are investing in the future of humanity, because the human species is going to go extinct on the McDonald's path, on the Burger King path, on the Taco Hell path. Humans We're not designed to eat that way. And why shouldn't we become extinct if we don't abide by the laws of nature? We deserve to die as a species if we don't get it together. And eating mucus-free, cleaning out your colon, getting the mucoid plaque out, that's what it looks like to transform humanity. That's what transformation looks like. That's how it changes. That's how we move away from having the rapists and the murderers. And just a few days ago, somebody went into an elementary school, did a mass shooting. Until we understand that the only reason that happened was because of what that person was eating. Not what they were listening to, not what they were watching, not what they were reading, what they were eating. And those of you that have dedicated yourself to this path, you know, and I commend you. I'll pat you on the back. We got to pat each other on the back. I totally, believe me, I understand how hard this path is. I understand how hard it is to turn down friends and family that want to do things with you or go to restaurants or clubs or bars or all the kind of hardcore mentality. That's where the mentality has to come in, the mucus-free mindset. And I've tried to make a bunch of videos on that. And there's people tell me all the time, they fall asleep to my videos and are listening certain things. It's the reprogramming. I got a hypnosis video that's on the channel. A lot of people don't know about it. I'm gonna repost that. See, because that came out a long time ago before a lot of people knew about the channel. But that's whatever you need to do. That's what you got to do. Reading the Mucusless Diet Healing System book every day. That's what Brother Air always talks about. Every day, even if you just read a paragraph, read that paragraph and contemplate. Every time you read through all those books, you're going to get something new from it. So I appreciate you. I just wanted to make this video for the chosen few. You are the chosen ones that have been chosen to get this information. There's a lot of people that get exposed to this information, but there's very few that see its value and have the courage and audacity to follow the path, to see if it is what it claims to be. I claim that it is the #1 way to transform yourself, body, mind, and spirit. That doesn't mean that when I say spirit, it's gonna force you to elevate your spirit. It's gonna force you to find practices that's in alignment with where you're at, with who you are, to transform that part of yourself. But you can't just transform that by itself. You got to do it along with your body. You can't just do the body by itself. You got to transform your mind. You got to get a stronger mind. Most people have very weak minds. You strengthen the mind. You're forced to do that on this path. I could talk about the individual dynamics of this stuff all day. At the end of the day, the talking it doesn't matter, because it depends on what you do. Are you doing lemon juice and distilled water enemas as much as you need to clean out that colon? Are you eating transitional menus that ground you? Are you eating enough? Some people don't eat enough food. They're eating like a handful of something when their body requires more. That's the art of this practice, the art of the transition diet, the art of the Mucusless Diet Healing System. This is life as art. And so, again, I thank you so much. It's amazing to have people see the importance of this path and understand this is different from everything else. This is not raw foodism. It's not fruitarianism. It's not breatharianism. It's not all these isms. Every one of those things, if you have a desire to achieve what those words represent, you can do that on the mucus-free path. It's the only path where if you want to and aspire to eat nothing but fruit for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, I'm not talking about 5 years. I'm talking about if that's something you really want to get to that point, you're eating nothing but fruit. Mucusless Diet Healing System Transition Diet and all its cleansing methodologies is for you. If you're somebody, you just want to be vegan, you just want to not eat dead animal flesh, you can use a Mucusless diet. The principles of the Mucusless Diet Healing System will get you off of meat, and you will be on a much superior vegan or plant-based type of diet than your friends that are doing the Impossible Burgers and all of the garbage. This is a unique opportunity that we have. And I know you see that. I know you know. No other time in history could you have practiced the Mucusless Diet Healing System at the level necessary and at the level that we can now. With the condition we're in, with as sick as we are, we need to have access, the kind of access to fresh fruits and vegetables. 24-hour stores used to have 24-hour stores, but we got stores open every day with tropical fruits. Now, I get it. The quality of fruits are not great in a lot of places, but you win some, you lose some. We have the ability to get the things that we need to have access. You didn't have access to lemons and limes, and you didn't have access to that back in the day like that all around the world in developed countries, so-called developed countries. pus-based pus-based development. You didn't have that.
Big facts, big facts.
But now we can get cases. When I started practicing the Mucusless diet, I could go just like somebody that would own a big store or something. I could go in, buy a box, $15 and get a whole box of lemons. Now it's more like $40, $50 for that same box. It's an amazing, that's what makes this time amazing. Not really the people or the innovation. And I was like, no. I'm not impressed with that. It's the fact that we're in this period, the systems are stable enough, depending on where you're at in the world, because we're on a warring planet. So war, that kind of hellacious thing exists all over the place. When you get on this path, universe starts taking care of you and directing you to go down certain paths. Move over here, do this. Whatever it takes to get physiologically liberated, because the universe wants us to do it too. It wants us to get it together. But if we don't, the universe will also take the human species out. So it's kind of like whatever we want to do, we want to get it together or not. So again, thank you so much for plugging in. I invite you to join the Mucus-Free Life membership if you're already not a member. In the membership program, we have bi-weekly Q&A calls with me. If you want to work directly with me, this is how you do it. If you've got some kind of ailment that you're trying to deal with or hasn't gone away, come, we can talk about it, analyze it. I've helped thousands of people transform their lives using the Mucusless Diet Healing System and the methods, the art of fasting, colon irrigation, transition dieting, all of these principles. This is the community that deals with all of that. The only community that deals with the Mucusless Diet Healing System and the mucus-free lifestyle with that kind of seriousness. So I invite you to join us. Go down below right now, click that link. Click the link, take a look at all the things. There's way more that you're getting access to that I didn't even mention. Recipe archives and unreleased videos and all kinds of stuff. So go down below right now, click that link, take the plunge, jump in, join us as we try to pursue physiological liberation. As we pursue physiological liberation, we ain't trying, we're doing it. We're doing this right now. We're doing it against all of these horrible theories, the protein hoax and nutrition hoax, the calorie hoax, all worthless theories that lead you nowhere, that don't lead you to physiological liberation, that don't lead you to freedom, that do not lead you to a disease-free diet. The only disease-free diet for humans on planet Earth is the mucusless diet. That's the only disease-free. And then the Mucusless Diet Healing System has the added bonus of being able to help one heal themselves naturally if one is capable of healing themselves naturally. So for me, we live in an amazing time, not because of the people, not because of the innovations, not because of all the war and the suffering and the bloodshed and all the murder and the rape and all that. It's because of us. It only takes a handful of us to transform humanity. A bunch of humanity is not going to make it. There's a lot of this species that is going to go the way of the dodo bird, but there's a handful of us that doing this precious work. This is precious work. There's a handful of us that's doing this work that is going to rebuild humanity from the ground up. Because that's what has to happen. Unfortunately, we got to rebuild this whole thing. Because so much of this that we've taken for granted in terms of the systems that have been cultivated and the infrastructure that pus and mucus built, it could be gone in a moment's notice because pus eaters are running the show. So people get enamored with, oh, this is beautiful. And so, yeah, if you've been using stimulation from pus and mucus forming foods, you can build some stuff, but an atomic bomb will blow it up pretty quick, tear it down. And that's the destructive nature of pus and mucus world. So this is the most important work that can be done, that is being done. Mucusless Diet Healing System, transformation. Let the world do what it's gonna do. The politics, the drama, don't get emotionally wrapped up in that stuff. I'm not the type of person that tell you to ignore everything. If anything, you can actually use it to elevate yourself spiritually if you know how to release properly, and that'd be a whole other video topic. But nothing more important than the work that you're doing. So again, take that right hand, pat yourself on the back, look into that mirror, tell yourself,
I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it,
people like me. Self-esteem, you gotta have it. You gotta have your own love. You gotta love yourself. Not in an ego way of, oh, no, in a real way. It's a real internal appreciation for you that has nothing to do with anybody else. That you don't need an award. You don't need somebody to give you validation. It's something coming from you inside. That's that spiritual work now. A little spiritual work, a little mind work, body, mind, and spirit. You got to elevate it all. So again, thank you so much. Until next time, peace, love, and breath. Right here, we got another video made for you specifically. Click right here, and I will see you over there.